Hello, and welcome to our lesson on developing the schedule. Part 3. This segment will cover resource optimization. Resource optimization is a crucial aspect of project management aimed at aligning the utilization of resources with their availability to ensure efficient project execution. This process involves adjusting activities' start and finish dates to match the planned resource usage with the available resources, thereby preventing overallocation or underutilization of resources. Several techniques are employed for resource optimization to accommodate fluctuations in the demand and supply of resources. One such method involves leveling resource assignments, which are adjusted across activities to balance resource utilization over time. This ensures that no resource is overburdened or idle, promoting optimal resource allocation throughout the project duration. Another resource optimization technique is resource smoothing, which involves adjusting the timing of activities within their available slack to minimize resource peaks and valleys. By redistributing the workload more evenly, resource smoothing helps avoid sudden spikes or dips in resource utilization, contributing to smoother project execution and reducing the risk of resource bottlenecks. Moreover, resource substitution is a technique used to replace one resource with another, either temporarily or permanently, to accommodate resource constraints or availability. This strategy allows project managers to adapt to changes in resource availability without significantly impacting project schedules or objectives, enhancing flexibility and resilience in resource management. Furthermore, outsourcing certain activities or leveraging external resources can be considered a resource optimization technique to supplement internal resources and alleviate resource constraints. Organizations can optimize resource utilization, reduce costs, and access additional expertise or capacity as needed by outsourcing non-core or specialized tasks to external vendors or contractors. Overall, resource optimization techniques are vital in ensuring efficient resource management throughout the project lifecycle, enabling organizations to maximize resource utilization, minimize conflicts, and maintain project timelines and objectives effectively. Resource leveling ensures that their availability balances the utilization of resources. This process involves adjusting project activities' start and finish dates to alleviate resource constraints and prevent overallocation or conflicts. Resource leveling becomes necessary when shared or crucial resources are limited in availability or quantity, or are assigned to multiple activities simultaneously, resulting in resource overutilization. By redistributing the workload and smoothing out resource usage, resource leveling aims to maintain consistent resource utilization throughout the project lifecycle. In practice, resource leveling may involve rescheduling activities to accommodate resource constraints or adjusting the duration of tasks to align with resource availability. This could mean delaying certain activities to ensure that resources are available when needed, or breaking down tasks into smaller components to facilitate resource sharing without compromising project objectives. Additionally, resource leveling can alter the project's critical path as the timing and dependencies of activities are adjusted to accommodate resource constraints. Consequently, project managers must carefully analyze the impact of resource leveling on project timelines and critical path activities to ensure that project objectives are still achievable. One of the critical considerations in resource leveling is the utilization of available float, which refers to the flexibility or slack time within the project schedule. By leveraging available float, project managers can adjust activity start and finish dates without impacting project deadlines or compromising quality. However, balancing resource leveling and maintaining project momentum is essential to avoid unnecessary delays or disruptions. Effective resource leveling requires close collaboration between project teams, stakeholders, and resource managers to optimize resource allocation and mitigate risks associated with resource constraints. Resource smoothing is a project management technique that balances resource utilization within predefined limits without altering the project's critical path or delaying its completion date. Unlike resource leveling, which involves adjusting task schedules and dependencies to optimize resource allocation, Resource smoothing ensures that resource requirements do not exceed specified thresholds. This technique allows project managers to adjust activities within their free and total float, optimizing resource utilization without compromising project timelines or critical path activities. The primary goal of resource smoothing is to prevent resource overallocation while maintaining project efficiency. By strategically delaying activities within their available float, project managers can ensure that resource demands remain within manageable limits throughout the project lifecycle. This approach minimizes the risk of resource conflicts or shortages that could impede project progress or lead to inefficiencies in resource utilization. However, it's important to note that resource smoothing may not optimize all resources simultaneously. Certain constraints or limitations may prevent project managers from fully optimizing resource utilization across all project activities. Additionally, resource smoothing may require careful consideration of trade-offs between resource optimization and other project objectives, such as quality, cost, or stakeholder expectations. Resource smoothing involves analyzing the project schedule to identify activities with resource constraints or overallocations. Project managers then adjust the timing of these activities within their available float to ensure that resource demands align with predefined limits. By strategically managing resource utilization in this manner, project teams can achieve a balanced allocation of resources without compromising project timelines or critical path activities. Identifying resource constraints and conflicts. Before implementing resource optimization, it's imperative to identify potential constraints and conflicts stemming from resource availability or allocation. This entails a comprehensive analysis of the project plan to identify tasks that may require the same resources concurrently or tasks that surpass the capacity of available resources. By proactively pinpointing these constraints and conflicts, project managers can mitigate the risk of resource shortages or overloads that could disrupt project progress during resource optimization. Adjusting task schedules and dependencies. A fundamental technique in resource optimization involves adjusting task schedules and dependencies to optimize resource utilization. This may entail resequencing tasks, breaking tasks into smaller components, or adjusting task durations to distribute resource demand across the project timeline evenly. Project managers can ensure efficient resource allocation without causing conflicts or overload by modifying task dependencies and schedules. Moreover, adjusting task schedules enhances flexibility in resource allocation, enabling project teams to respond to evolving project requirements or resource constraints adeptly. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall continue discussing resource optimization. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening, and see you on our next segment.